no-win situation anyway. To me, it's a win-win. It's a no-win because if I knock him out in the first round, they're gonna be like, oh man, this wasn't worth it. If I let it go a few rounds and drag it out, they're gonna be like, oh.
All I can say is most of my opponent easily say something before the fight. I mean, that's usually what I heard from them, that I'm easy opponent, I'm easy to beat. But the thing is, when we get to the ring, it changes. It will change.
When Manny Pacquiao was asking for a rematch, that has to do this fight because he need that bread. That's why. That's why.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. said at the Tense News conference that he was sure he would fight Manny Pacquiao, have fun, and easily win. He insisted that it was a win-win situation for him and that it was something he does naturally.
On cruise control, go out there, have some fun, and do what I do best. And that'd be Floyd Mayweather.
Manny says that his opponent talked badly about him before the fight, calling him easy to beat. But on fight night, he will show who is right.
I'm excited. In fact, I'm excited to go back to the Philippines and go straight to the gym and training and focus my training, focus for the fight. And I just want to make sure that the fans will not be disappointed on that.
Manny says this fight is important to him because he wants to clear up any confusion among fans. He says he wasn't in the best shape for their first rematch against Floyd Mayweather in Las Vegas later this year.
Floyd Mayweather in Las Vegas later this year, but Floyd seems to think that it's an exhibition fight. What was your reaction to that?
The contract that we signed is not an exhibition fight, it's a real fight, and we both signed already the agreement, the contract, so he gets his advance, so there's no reason that this fight will not happen.
How badly do you want to fight Floyd once again? What would it mean for you to get back into the ring against your old rival?
Really important to have another one with him because of the last time that we have, because first I have a problem with my shoulder before the fight. I got injury, and second is there's a question the decision on that fight. So for me, it's necessary to have a second fight to answer all those questions in the fans.
And Manny, what would you need to do differently this time to ensure that the result goes your way in the rematch?
Well, I have to work hard. It's not that easy, but I have to discipline myself and get ready to training camp and focus to the fight.
Carmamo Martin thinks Floyd will easily win the second fight because he is more experienced, better at defense, and smarter in the ring.
For Floyd to come back and do his thing again, I know he's gonna put belt on Pacquiao like he did the first time. I'm excited though. God willing, I'll be on the undercard. There's a lot of rumors. So I'm just staying ready. I'm excited for it.
Do you think? It's going to be an exhibition. It's going to be a pro match. It's kind of up in the air, right? Do you know anything of what's going on with that whole thing?
Nah, I don't. From what I'm seeing, it's still like Floyd was saying some exhibition stuff, and Pacquiao was saying some real fight stuff. So we just waiting, but I know as much as the people. I'm just waiting.
Manny says Floyd is just scared to face him again and that he's making excuses because he knows this time things will be different.
As a fighter, I'm a fighter and I respect everyone's opinion. I respect everyone's decision. But I hope that on that decision, announcement of Floyd Mayweather, he will what he signed is a real fight, so he should fulfill his commitment.
Have you seen any of Floyd's exhibitions that he's fought through the years? Did you watch any of them?
No.
Okay. I was wondering what you thought as a scout of how Floyd looked.
To me, this sounds like this comes down to what does Floyd value more, money or his own, right? And Manny, look, obviously it didn't go your way when you fought Floyd in 2015. Still the biggest fight in boxing history, business-wise, shattered all the records. Everything you accomplished, Max saying that you're #2 pound for pound ever.
Who is the greatest, who is the like the blah blah blah, who's the winner like that. Because Floyd Mayweather is like, running around and he won the fight.
I do want to ask you this though, when you guys were both at your prime, right, and we waited the 5 years you guys fought, Why didn't you guys fight in that period where you were the man, and he was the man? Because I'm a boxing fan. You one of my favorites. I need to know so when I can tell my kids why y'all both didn't fight at your prime of your career.
You know what? Because that was way back. Floyd is my fan. One of my fans.
He was one of your biggest fans? Yeah, like in other words, Floyd didn't want to take the risk.
Wade Plemons says that even though Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao are getting close to 50, the news of a repeat after more than 11 years has made boxing fans all over the world very excited.
About to hit 50. Here we are. Okay, that's the hype of this. That's the interest of it, right? Two of the biggest names in the history of the sport. They're both old. We get that, but they're both doing this in a pro fight. This will not be an exhibition. It'll be a pro fight. So it is going to go on someone's record. Could Manny actually take Floyd's O away? And here I am getting drug into this thing. And you know what? I'm not even mad about it because I understand what it is. It's not going to be the highest level of fight between these two. And I don't think it sullies their name any worse than what Floyd was doing with John Gotti III. No offense to top 3 black person of all time, but Deji, some other fights that no one really watched or cared about. Floyd did that to himself, but he still has the drawing power across from his greatest rival in Manny Pacquiao to make this an interesting fight. And again, it's a pro.
In addition, he says that this long-awaited rematch will finally settle the matter for good, giving both champions a chance to show who is the real fighting champion.
Outlast Floyd. That'll be the question. Can he carry his ability, carry his technique, carry his skill further in life than Floyd did and put one blemish on Floyd's record? That's why you're watching this. It's not because they're at world championship level. It's not because they're even at, domestic level. Whatever the level they're at, it'll be somewhat of an even playing field and it won't be an exhibition. So there's that. Now, obviously, the first fight was a bit of a bore. Even though I think we're going to do a breakdown, I would love to get my hands on the footage of that first fight to do a full fight breakdown here on the channel. Hopefully we can get that done. I think it just needs to happen and we have time. This is announced in February. So we have March, April, May, June, July, August, 7 months before we get to the fight. And I think that'll be an interesting breakdown to go back and look at it because there was nice exchanges in that fight. And no, again, it wasn't the most volume heavy fight as we look back at the final CompuBox numbers from the fight. There was 400 punches thrown between the two.
Robert Garcia thinks that Manny Pacquiao, not Floyd Mayweather, is the biggest jerk in the world because people like Manny for being humble, having an exciting fighting style, and being brave. These traits made him a global icon outside of boxing and brought him fame around the world.
Oh, it's Mayweather or Pacquiao? If you have to pick one.
I pick Pacquiao better. Mike Tyson says something. To be the GOAT, it's not just because of your boxing record. You got to be loved, accepted by the fans, and everybody loves Pacquiao. Like Tyson says, walk down the street without bodyguards and cheer everybody that comes up to you and shake hands. And when you can't do that, you can't be a GOAT if you can't do that.
According to Tim Bradley, Floyd thinks he can easily beat Manny, which is why he wants to fight again. Floyd also thinks he is better than Mario Barrios, which gives him the confidence to fight.
If Mayweather didn't believe that he can beat Manny Pacquiao, he wouldn't be in the ring with him. Yeah, you know, Mr. Sensitive. I love Mayweather, but let's keep it a buck. Oh, he's sensitive as hell. Not only is he sensitive, the man, he's insecure like hell. He's insecure, and he got to have a leg up on your. And he saw the Barrios fight, and Barrios just got smashed by freaking Ryan Garcia. And then now he like, oh shit, well Barrios is alright. I'm better than Barrios. Even though I'm damn near 50, I'm still better than Barrios. My experience, my hand speed, I take care of myself. I had some exhibitions. I know I can still do this.
Jose Ramirez had the great opportunity to train closely with Manny Pacquiao during camp. He has a lot of love and appreciation for Manny's amazing fitness and hard work in the gym. Ramirez says that Pacquiao still looks very sharp, quick, and explosive during training sessions, even though he is popular. From what he sees, Manny's excitement never fades, and his energy stays at a level that surprises people who think it will fade with age. Jose Ramirez says that Manny's work ethic is still one of the best in fighting.
Last camp I had with him, I was his man. I mean, I was going
you know, 8-round sparring sessions, dude.
What does Jose Ramirez learn from Manny Pacquiao when you're in camp with him 3 times? What did you pick up from him?
Honestly, his work ethic, you know, and then
The best work ethic.
The best work
no
ethic,
days off,
man.
no light
You know,
days.
Every morning we used to get together and run. Even on sparring days, he runs.
With 20, 30, 50 people, even in the
Yeah,
Philippines?
man, he has a lot of support out there. In the
That's
Philippines.
amazing. It's like a movie. It's like Rocky.
We would go to the mall, and just because people knew we were his sparring partners, they wanted a picture with us. So
He's the man. He is the man.
fans.
He's so humble, though. He doesn't know he's Manny Pacquiao. Very down to earth.
There was always like a crowd of 25 to 40 people outside the gym. From
And he's
ladies
nice
to
to
kids,
everybody.
just
He
waiting
gives
for
them
him.
money and-
He just give them all money before he walked in.
Yeah, he's very
You know?
generous.
And
He's very humble. He doesn't let the fame change him. Like you never let the fame change you or nothing. You're the same person I met when you were a kid. But what did you learn boxing-wise besides work ethic? Is there any punch you learned? Is there any defensive moves?
He works out every day with the same drive, commitment, and intensity that made him a world winner in his prime. Ramirez says that Pacquiao trains not like a boxer who is almost done with his career, but like someone who is always trying to get better and be the best. Even now, Manny looks dangerous because of his powerful attacks, quick movements, and perfect timing. Ramirez says that Pacquiao's mindset is what really sets him apart from others, since he goes into every session with full focus and drive. That way of doing things not only inspires his teammates, but it also shows that Manny Pacquiao is still a serious and dangerous boxer.
Pacquiao always, what made Pacquiao very dangerous is that, you know, he was very explosive. So there was punches that he just throw, you know, he just throw, and all of a sudden, boom, boom.
Yeah, you don't see
You
him
know,
coming.
it was that unexpected power. But it was put together by a combination of punches too. So
his feet set it up.
He had a heavy hand, so he used to slam his punches really good and pinpoint his shots really good. So he used to go to the top, body back to the top, and the second one would just boom, one punch.
What's the craziest thing you've seen him do in the gym, now sparring partner? Not you.
Oh, brother, I was lucky not to get hit by one of those left hands, but he dropped.
Everybody.
Every camp, he would drop one fighter, one sparring partner.
And that's
like
it.
Clean.
And they don't come back next camp.
Well, he dropped a couple in the Philippines, so they stayed.
Robert Garcia thinks Floyd Mayweather Jr. isn't putting in enough effort into his training, which suggests that he might not be ready for such a big fight. Manny Pacquiao, on the other hand, gets praise from Garcia for his steady commitment and hard work during camp. Manny is an example of someone who is very dedicated, always pushing himself to the limit, and trains with a clear goal in mind. Garcia says that Pacquiao still has the energy, discipline, and hunger of a much younger fighter, which shows how much he wants this chance. He thinks that Manny's focused approach and determination to work harder than his opponent will give him a big edge when they finally meet in the ring.
Bet you Mayweather, people think, oh, Mayweather's out of shit. If he's not training, I'll bet you deep in, behind curtains, that was doing workout. That is not, that's just to be in shit, to be able to box for 12 rounds. Mayweather's not killing himself in sparring. He's not killing his legs and running. But I bet you he's doing workouts that are not gonna kill his legs and are not gonna fuck him up when it comes to sparring. But I bet you he's been for the fight, and I bet you don't win by decision.
You think Mayweather decision? Manny's motivated.
Manny's burning himself out. Too much runs like a true champion does. But he's 48.
Mayweather's older, Robert.
Yes, but he's not doing the same workouts that Manny's doing. Manny's showing it to the world. Manny's running in front of 50.
But he looks good when you
But
watch.
he's running hard, and he's gonna. His body can't take that much. His body can't take that much. Mayweather knows his body can't take that much. That's why he's doing different trainings to be in shape, but to be able to perform and to be fast and to win a decision.
When Sean Porter talks to Sean Zittel about Floyd Mayweather Jr., they talk about how people often get his mood and personality wrong when he's not fighting. Porter says Floyd doesn't care what other people think, even if they think he's poor. He thinks that Floyd might be okay with people believing whatever they want about him because it doesn't affect his reality or what he will do in the future. Porter, on the other hand, says Floyd is a cocky competitor whose identity is based on money, rank, and success. Porter thinks Floyd would feel like he has nothing left if he didn't have that picture. He also says that Floyd's image as a rich man is a big part of his memory. even though it's only based on his actions and thoughts.
Bottom line, when it comes to Floyd wants people to think whatever they think. I said Floyd's probably okay with people thinking that he's broke. He probably likes the fact that people think he's broke.
Think so? Yeah. I don't know, Sean. Hell yeah, not Floyd Mayweather.
You don't think Floyd
no? We're humble. That everything he built was on money. If he don't have money, he don't have nothing.
So you don't think
we good with just our family?
No, I'm not saying he's broke.
No, hell no.
So you don't think he all right with people thinking?
Hell no.
I feel different.
Hell no.
I guess I was wrong, TMZ.
Every time I got this, I made this great investment. Right. I did this investment, lie about stuff. That's Floyd Money Mayweather. He does not want to be broke in nobody's eyes.
He lying about his.
I'm just saying, that's his whole persona.
You just looked up in the air like you just said. I'm just saying.
But literally, he my favorite fighter.
Yeah.
And I know that was the persona. I ain't got no problem with it. I hate on him. We're going to the ring about the Texas dude.
Tim Bradley says Floyd Mayweather Jr. thinks he still has the training, knowledge, and hand speed to fight at the highest level. Bradley says that Floyd thinks he takes good care of himself, has stayed busy during protests, and still has what it takes to beat Manny Pacquiao. He goes so far as to say that seeing what Mario Barrios did to Manny may have made Floyd more confident and sparked rumors of a return. Bradley says this is the main reason why the fight reports seem real, even though a lot of fans are shocked. He also says that the business side of things is very important, pointing out that companies like Netflix spend a lot of money on big combat sports content. He talks about how Netflix has grown to have viewers all over the world by adding famous people, shows, and now famous boxes like Floyd and Manny. Bradley likes legends return, but he thinks it's a bit late. He does say that everyone will definitely watch it when it happens, though.
I saw what Barrios did to him. So, that's the reason why this fight is happening. The rumors are damn true. It's sad, but it is what it is. And you know what? The money right now for content is crazy. Netflix is paying for any type of great-ass content, man. If you've seen the change with Netflix, man, I almost canceled my damn subscription with Netflix because I got sick and tired of seeing the same boring ass shit on Netflix. And now they got this woman in place now, and she's seeking out, and she want the best of the best content. You know, they got podcasts and stuff all on Netflix now. I mean, it has grown crazy. So, you know, Jake Paul opened up the Netflix avenue. Yeah, he opened it up. And now, you know, you got old legends like Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. Yeah, now they get their chance. Now they get their chance on Netflix.
Luke Thomas talks about how modern fighting and streaming services are changing the reasons people want to play sports. He says that Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao's plans to fight again are driven by money, not fan desire. He said that companies like Netflix want to get into the live sports market, and big names like Floyd and Manny are still famous enough to get a lot of attention around the world when they work together, even though their best years are behind them. Luke Thomas says that this fight probably would not have happened if it had been shown on pay-per-view.
Has some popularity, Manny still has some popularity, and then together they might be bigger than the sum of their parts individually, certainly at this point. And that might do pretty good numbers for them on the streaming platform. But this is what I mean. If this fight were on pay-per-view, I don't know if it would get made. I mean, in the end, it might actually get made because these guys need money. There might be enough people who buy it to kind of make it work, or to, at a bare minimum, get an investor to put the money up. They lose their money, but some effort at making it is possible. But that would be a much harder slog. This fight doesn't have that problem. You don't have to pay for pay-per-view. Yes, you have to have a Netflix subscription, but a lot of people do. It's the biggest streaming platform in the world. The incentive structure in place, created by streaming platforms.
The high cost would keep people from watching, and investors might not want to pay it. Streaming, especially on a site as big as Netflix, takes away the barrier, though, so people can watch shows whenever they want. He also doesn't like this trend and says that lower entry fees have led to more fights that aren't necessary. Some of Jake Paul's fights, like the one he had with Mike Tyson, drew big numbers but weren't very good in the ring. Luke Thomas thinks this is the same kind of worrying. Even though it would be great for business, no one is seriously asking for a second fight between Mayweather and Pacquiao.
Giving us fights we're not asking for. They keep producing fights that are bad. Jake Paul is a great example of this. Jake Paul has the fight with Anthony Joshua, which was, you know, a little bit more desirable in the sense that people wanted to see Joshua knock him out, which to an extent you got. But like, for example, the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight, huge audience, huge audience, well over 100 million global audience. One of the worst fights you've ever seen in your life. Absolute dreadful waste of time. I don't know what you're going to get with Corrado and Rousey. That might be a little bit better because it could be shorter at a bare minimum. Rousey could throw her, armbar her, and the whole thing could come to a close. But certainly nobody is asking for it. And I got to tell you, nobody was asking for Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao 2 in the year of our Lord 2026. It wasn't.
That's all for the video today. Watch out. Until the next time.